School came to an end. I thought about talking to Shuji again, but he dashed out of homeroom immediately after school, as if he knew that I wanted to talk to him. He's not answering my texts either. Where did he go? I put my phone away and looked around. While I was hanging around homeroom waiting for Shuji to answer me, I realized that I had already missed my opportunity to turn back time by 5 minutes and find him before he left school. If he were going straight home, he'd take the monorail, but he might have decided to walk through town instead to avoid me. I made up my mind and set out looking for him on a different road home than I usually take. I ran into someone while I was looking for him in Central Park, located directly in the center of downtown, true to its name. Contrary to expectations, the person I encountered was actually Makoto, not Shuji. Hi, Makoto.
あれ？レイ君？
Calling out to a girl on the street was not something I'd ever normally do, but I was looking for someone else after all. Have you seen Shuji around here?
石田君？見てないよ。
A no-show, eh? Guess I'll have to get back at him in class tomorrow.
鬼ごっこでもしてるの？
Something like that.
男子は楽しそうだな。
Makoto's speech was casual and laid back. Is your house over this way?
違うよ。ちょっと散歩してるだけ。私の家はレイ君と同じ方向。
I wondered why she knew where my house was, but I guess the Savatari estate would stand out. I can't conceal my last name from anyone, especially my classmates. Man, going for walks sounds like a pretty modest hobby.
渋いっていうか、天気がいい日はあれを見るのが好きなんだよね。
Makoto looked up at the sky. In that direction was the other major symbol of our town, aside from the monorail, the town monument. Both the monorail and the monument were designed with the motive that their shapes together would both resemble a giant sundial from an aerial view of the town.
あの柱もこの公園も沢渡くんの家がモノレールと一緒に作ったんだよね。
It's not like I broke the ground on them or anything though. My family being brought up in conversation was a surefire way to get me annoyed. Makoto was still smiling though.
いいことじゃん。モノレールはみんなが便利に使ってるし、この公園は私好きだし、レイ君と話すことがあったら、それは言っておこうと思ったんだよね。ありがとうって。
It wasn't a big deal. Makoto was more outgoing than I had thought. I wished Miyu could be half as good at making conversation as Makoto was.
でも、あのモニュメントを作るときに、そばの家とはちょっと揉めたよね。
Oh right, I remember there were concerns that such a big structure would block out the sun at certain times of day for certain buildings in the area. I didn't expect you to know about that.
え？ああ、うん。ちょっとね。
For some reason, Makoto was suddenly a bit flustered. But why? Wait, that's it. I still have some vivid memories of the disagreement over this monument. When I was a kid, the park and monorail were still under construction. One day, my late grandfather told me about the word fixer. I asked my grandfather what that unfamiliar word meant, and he told me to remember it well, because it might prove useful in the future. A fixer is a person with influence and connections who is able to grease the wheels of society by negotiating and resolving disputes. A fixer doesn't necessarily break the law himself, but there's a good chance he has a free pass to some of the more undesirable elements of society. There aren't many people like that in the city, aside from one particular family rumored to have connections to the Yakuza. Jonochi!
Huh?
Now I remember, I really have met you somewhere before. I had completely forgotten, given how hard I try not to think about my family. If the Savatari family is the public face of this town, then the Jonochi family is the hidden face. Soon after the park and monorail construction projects were completed, members of both families were invited to a party to memorialize the occasion. That's where I met the Jonochi family patriarch. He appeared to be a quiet man in a suit, but when I heard the weight his voice carried as he ordered his butler to take his coat, I could sense he was not a normal man. And that young girl I saw at the party, who was clearly a family member of his. Don't tell me that was actually... Makoto? Suddenly, my vision went hazy. Whoa!
余計なことを思い出したか。
Regaining my senses, I realized Makoto had pulled me directly in front of her face and was staring daggers at me. Makoto?
黙れ。
Yes, ma'am. I'll put a lock and key over my mouth so you won't hear a peep out of me until you give me permission to speak again.
本当に無駄によく回る舌だね。私がエンマ様の代わりに抜いてあげようか。
Of course, I couldn't respond to that. The always easygoing Makoto had seemingly transformed into another person entirely, and she had me right by my necktie.
まったく。せっかく1年以上、誰にも知られずに生活できてたのに。
I guess we all have stuff to hide.
黙るんじゃなかったの。
At least let me make my excuses first.
男なら言い訳なんかせず、背筋を伸ばしてなさい。
I wondered in the back of my head if that was seriously her most important criterion for being a man. This is not the ideal time to point this out, but she smelled nice. In any other situation, the scent alone would set my heart racing. No, my heart was already racing, but for the wrong reason. Would it be a problem if everyone knew the truth about you?
沢渡りのお坊ちゃんなら、思い当たる節はあるんじゃない？
My lips are sealed then.
私は静かに暮らしたかっただけなのにな。
Makoto looked like she was back to normal for a second, giving a dejected sigh at her situation. Usually it's always the crazy ones who say that though.
私は堅気として生きていけって言われてるの。
Makoto pulled tighter on my necktie, continuing to stare me down. So basically, you're threatening me not to tell anyone else about your family?
お願いだよ。
That's not what it sounded like a minute ago. Can I just say one thing?
さっきから喋りっぱなしじゃない。
Makoto, you're cute. Makoto's face was still uncomfortably close to mine, so I could instantly see the blood rushing to her cheeks. It's just, you seem so ordinary most of the time, but seeing you drop that and go medieval on my ass like this isn't bad either, you know?
今はそういう話をしてるんじゃないでしょ？
But you're so close to me right now, I can feel your breath. Makoto's voice caught in her throat and she started panicking. She wanted to retreat, but since she was the one who grabbed me first, she was seemingly confused about what to do. Evidently, the clumsy, carefree side of Makoto I normally saw was anything but an act. She's cute, funny, and really easygoing. I felt like I should move her up a few places on my list of cute girls.
とにかく、私のことは黙っているのよ。
Of course, I'm known for being a taciturn kind of guy.
どう考えても、その逆の評価しか受けてないと思うんだけど。
Well, in any case, even if you hadn't threatened me, it's not like I had any motive to...
そこまでよ。困っている女の子に言い寄るなんて、正体を表したわね。沢渡りの御曹司。
What? I'm the one who's in danger here? Who the hell? My head snapped towards the direction of the voice shouting dialogue that wouldn't have been out of place in some cheesy B-movie. Oh, it's Misaki. The voice was coming from higher ground, from the top of a set of stairs leading up the hill. There on the hill stood one young woman, pointing directly at me with a pose of unflappable confidence.
正義の味方、安藤美咲よ。
Misaki declared her name aloud, with no room for doubt. No room for doubt that she was out of her damn mind. Does it seriously look like I am macking on her right now?
そもそも誰？
She'd appeared with no warning whatsoever, so Makoto was every bit as dumbfounded as I was. Misaki evidently misinterpreted my reaction as her face curled into a triumphant smile.
悔しそうね。まあ、あんたが見 兄ちゃんのそばにいてもいい男かどうか確かめるために私が後をつけていたことに気づかないようでは当然ね。
For an ally of justice, you sure seem to do a lot of prying.
うるさい
Misaki stamped her foot and yelled again.
とにかくビシリ、そのお嬢さんから手を離しなさい。
Can you even see who has a hold on who right now? I shot a side glance at Makoto, who still had me by the necktie.
はい。
Makoto snapped out of it. She finally released me and stepped away.
人質は解放したようね。さあ、そこでおとなしく待っていなさい。
After her melodramatic declaration, Misaki gleefully began running down the stairs. What have I done to deserve this?
あれ、誰なの？
Amidst all the idiocy, Makoto asked a perfectly reasonable question. A friend of my sister, though I have a feeling she might know my sister firsthand as well.
よくわからない。
Don't worry, neither do I.
着地。
It didn't take long for Misaki to reach the bottom of the stairs. She was playing the heroine in a situation she totally misunderstood, complete with a corny expository dialogue.
さあ、沢渡。言いたいことがあるなら最後に言い残しなさい。
Chalk up one more person I've met who acts nothing like my first impression of them, I guess.
演技してたわけじゃなくて、お嬢様らしくしてたの。でも、まんまと騙されたわね。
Do all girls wither away and die if they don't have some sort of secret to hide?
これと一緒にされても。
Makoto shot back with an acrimonious retort. Just let me be clear about one thing. I wasn't hitting on Makoto here, okay? She was the one who started it.
そうなの？まさか恋人？
Misaki, who naturally had no reason to trust my word, turned to Makoto instead.
いや、そんなことあるわけないよ。違うじゃない。
Oh, for... Makoto wouldn't help me clear up this misunderstanding, so I got to take the fall for it. She evidently understood that herself as she glanced at me apologetically. She's cute, so I suppose I can forgive her. Anyway, I'd already appreciate if you could stop yelling my family name over and over.
何よ、あなた沢渡の御曹司でしょ。それならそれらしくシャキッとしなさいよ。
The way she said that made it hard to tell whether she was chastising me or trying to spur me on. I guess she had a lot of pride in being a Nando.
私、帰っていい？
Hey, you've sold me out enough already here.
それなら、レイ君も一緒に帰ろうか。
Okay, see you, Misaki. Don't go trying to apprehend any strangers now.
はい、また明日。そんなことでごまかされるわけないでしょ。
Misaki stamped her feet against the ground again.
すっごい乗りツッコミ。
I know a lot of first years like that.
今日は誤解だったみたいだけど、すぐにあなたが極悪人だってことを証明してやるんだから。よくわからないけど、大変だね、レイ君。
Makoto, evidently wanting to change the subject, told me the abridged story of my life these past few days. Man, I'm not getting much sympathy from you.
だって完全に他人事だもん。
If you say so. Over the past 2 days, I've made an effort to befriend more girls, and as a result, I've met a genius girl with social anxiety, a gangster's daughter, and a rich girl who doesn't seem to be playing with a full deck. I wondered if Miu's bad luck was contagious, since all these weird happenings seemed to be piling up before me. That too made for a good abridged story of my life.
Ah, おバカじゃなかった。美咲さんともお会いしたんですね。
I asked Michiru about Misaki on our way to school the next day, and she evidently had the same impression of her as I did. I could have sworn you just called her the dumb one.
私とみゆさんと美咲さんがうちのクラスの仲良し3人組なんですよ。
Naturally, she glossed that over when I pressed her about it. Her unseeing eyes alone were perfect at doing that. It's almost like they're the three stooges. You three have quite the balance of power. There's the good, the bad, and the ordinary.
誰が悪い子なんですか？
It certainly isn't Misaki or Miu.
みちるは悪い子ですわ。
This isn't the time of day for that. Anyway, Misaki acted like I was her sworn enemy or something since I'm a Sabatari, so why is she friends with you?
私はほら、この目のことがありますから。
Michiru gazed at me with her eyes that could not see.
むしろ美咲さんは学園では非常によく私を助けてくれています。
How nice of her. Wow, she sounds like a devoted husband.
可愛らしくてずっと手元に置いておくか食べてしまいたいですよね。
You can say some scary things, you know that?
あら、兄様も好きでしょ？ああいう感じの子。
Well, she has twin tails, so... Yeah, I love him.
いじると楽しいですものね。
As siblings, we both assessed Misaki's personality very harshly. I suspected, since we were talking about her, she must have sneezed at that very moment. As we were walking the usual route to school, I spotted a familiar face. I could have ignored her, but I guess a courtesy is everything. Hey, Makoto!
Huh?
Makoto was in front of us and turned around as I called to her. Morning!
ああ、レイ君、おはよう。
Makoto greeted me half-heartedly, but her face lit up when she noticed that my sister was with me.
その子が妹さんだね。確か、みちるちゃん。ええ。兄様、こちらの方は。
Makoto Jonochi, a classmate of mine.
そうでしたか。いつも兄がお世話になっております。
Michiru politely bowed to Makoto, ever acting like a perfect lady in front of everyone else but me.
おお、噂通りのすごい子。
Seems you're quite the topic of conversation with other girls after all, Michiru.
レイ君よりはサバタリの盲目のお姫様の方が有名だからね。そんな大層なものではありません。
Makoto suddenly came over and stood beside me.
ところでみちるちゃん、噂通りなら一人でも問題なく歩けるんだよね。ちょっとお兄さんを借りてもいい？
Huh?
何か兄にご用ですか？安心して、5体満足でみちるちゃんに返せるように努力はするから。
Huh? What are you going to do? This is kinda sudden.
それでしたら。
Michiru went on ahead without us. She evidently trusted Makoto's word. The two of us were left alone together. What's up, Makoto? She still had a big grin on her face. After one cursory glance around to verify no one else was watching, she jabbed me hard in the ribs. Her jab didn't appear particularly forceful from a bystander's viewpoint, but it felt like a ton of bricks had hit me. Where'd she learn how to do this? It hurts like hell.
レイ君、朝から女の子を呼び捨てとは来やすいですね。
In sharp contrast to her award-winning smile, I felt a menacing aura emanating from her entire being. Makoto, I believe you may or may not have told me it was quite acceptable to be lax with the formalities in your presence. I smiled sheepishly as I found myself speaking like a total sycophant.
言ってくれますね。お坊ちゃん。
Oh, no, I was not intending to give that impression.
私は TPO をわきまえろって言ってるんだよ。あんな大きな声で親しげに名前を呼ばれたら変な噂が立つでしょ。
Is greeting a classmate in the morning that much of a big screaming deal to you?
呼び捨てなのが問題だってこと。
Oh, for fuck! I mean, surely you must know that it is perfectly ordinary for me to address everyone to whom I speak with a casual tone like that. Mayhap, perchance, that might have slipped your mind for but an instant?
そういえば、そうだった。ごめん。
She hastily stepped away, stood up straight, and puffed out her chest.
叩いたのも早合点だったね。本当にごめん。さあ、私のことも全力で叩いてちょうだい。
I really think that would give people the wrong idea too.
じゃあ、貸しってことにしておいて。
Makoto laughed, as if that was the end of that. This side of her, the likable and virtuous one, was something I couldn't bring myself to hate.
ごめんね、レイ君。妹さんとの登校邪魔しちゃって。
No, it was nothing. Nothing at all. Nope. I wanted to jokingly say, your acting fucking sucks, but I didn't have the guts to word it that way. Still, maybe the clumsy, quick to jump to conclusions side of Makoto was more the real her. Even if she really did seem ready to whoop my ass at the drop of a hat back there. You know, Makoto, you don't have to keep acting like someone you aren't.
レイ君、その話を続けるんですか？
Hey, don't get mad. I'm trying to give you some serious advice here. I really think it'd be better if you were more honest with yourself.
でも、親が娘に堅気として生きてくれって切実に願ってるんだよ。その心意気を汲んで、黒いものでも親が白と言うなら白だっていうのがこの役割でしょ？
You make it sound so straightforward, but I doubt other people would say you're being honest with yourself at all.
そう？今のも変だったかな？
Her panicking face quickly turned crimson. See what I mean? That's more like you, getting flustered at the weirdest things. Feeling I could get away with it now, I took the chance to gently bonk her on the head. Makoto looked up at me in surprise. If you're talking about your family though, I'm in the same boat. I know that you can't choose your own family, so I guess I can empathize with you a bit there. Like, I get it, your family is Yakuza and you're trying to live an upstanding life regardless. But you're going to be influenced by your family no matter what, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. In any case, I think you're cute, so don't worry about it so much.
もう考えておく。なんだよもう。調子狂うな。
Makoto pouted while averting her gaze from me. Well, all things considered, I guess I couldn't ask her to change her attitude overnight. It was for the best if you took things one step at a time with a girl after all. Arriving at school, I started my journey through the day on autopilot. Next time on Chrono Clock. Thanks for watching everyone, and have a nice day. Bye bye.